Hi, Davi here, and today we have a new episode in the art session series where I post my art sessions. And yeah, so this time I'm trying to do a sketch or a piece. I'm trying to study the face of Himeno from the Chainsaw Man anime, and as you can see, I do have trouble, or I have issues essentially with my draftsmanship skills, and I was trying to draw Himeno. Now I do have one reference photo, as you can see, and I was struggling drawing this chick because I can tell that my anatomy, my facial structure is horseshit, and especially when it comes to anime, because there's a bit of stylization there that's happening. So you can see me right now. I did try some rough or a quick pencil sketch in the beginning, and then I tried doing an ink as well. It was horrifying essentially, but I think I used the inks that I'm doing now as a base. So I was essentially blocking the general gist of this character, and then it did a more I think I used a rougher pencil for this one, or a more darker pencil. And I think this is the actual sketch that I based off of my rendering off of. I did try other things. I believe I did try to ink it, but it was horrifying and it sucks. So there you go. But I think I did settle with this one, with this pencil sketch. Maybe I'm just not a good inker. I think I did try coloring at this stage, but I wanted to try other things. I don't really have a process yet, so this session was heavy on the trial and error. Like about 1 hour and a half was just me trying a bunch of stuff. I do like the sketch; it's somewhat enough. I did try to block like the hair, the eye patch, on their own layers, and I believe I had to redo it because I wasn't satisfied with the strokes, so I just wanted to keep it simple. Eventually I believe I did use a round brush just to simplify things, because again, I don't really have a legit process yet. So these sorts of things take a lot of trial and error, and it's going to take a while for you to figure things out. As you can see, I did try to ink it, but I'm just not a good inker. Maybe I'm just more of a guy who does kind of a rough sketch in the beginning and then does the coloring after, a more impressionistic way of coloring. So maybe some rough pencils and then some impressionistic coloring. I think that's kind of more of my natural approach. And a lot of my, you do need to make sure that from the very beginning, or that your sketch is good enough, because a lot of your rendering, your painting time is based off of your drawing. So it's annoying to constantly have to repaint over your mistakes. So you want to make sure that you have a good enough sketch in the beginning, and yeah, and you're going to feel so good because once you have like a solid foundation, I'm referring to the sketch, the coloring, rendering, painting process will be but it's going to be more chill. And as you can see, it actually looks more like a comic. It has that graphic novel, comic book look. It's pretty messy, but it gets the job done. It's not meant to be perfect, but it's there. I did try using the locked pixels thing, where I would color the rough pencils, but I just decided to leave it at black, because I think I was trying too many things at once. So I think the whole black thing, or the whole basic pencil, is good enough for me. So yeah, I did use them, or I did layer the flats for the hair, for the eye patch, the skin, and then I did use the lasso fill tool in Clip Studio Paint to do the hair, the light parts of the hair. And then from there, I just started painting away. So the rest of this video is just me painting over, or rendering what's within the sketch that I've made based off of the reference photo. I don't really have a good sense of anatomy again, so I do need to make sure that I have reference on the side. By the way, I am using PureRef. It's a free donating. If you can donate for that program, but you can always type in 0 to get it for free. But PureRef it's this kind of reference app that helps you with your references. No shit, fuck. But yeah. So as you can see, nothing really has changed. The rest of this phase is just me painting over. We're adding in some rendering, some lighting, just adding a bit, making the drawing a bit more 3D. Adding way more values than normal, and a lot of the decisions really do happen in the beginning. And I did have trouble using PureRef. I accidentally flipped the image, and then after that I tried to check my proportions a bit by toning down the opacity of the PureRef app. I think for me it's good to just study with one reference at a time, because I don't really have a good visual library yet. I'm not very confident in painting, drawing from imagination. And I think for me, the issue that I really do have isn't really so much the painting side, because for as long as I have reference, I'm okay. I think, like, when it comes to painting, I think I'm way more comfortable with it, but the actual laying down of the composition, the facial features, I think drawing is my weakest skill, which I do want to improve on. So I think pieces like this where I do the drawing and the painting is good once in a while, but I think I need to do a little more of the drawing studies, where I post or where I have a reference on the side, and then I try to break down that reference through drawing, just drawing. Maybe I can render and paint one of those drawings, but I think I need to have a way more of a lean on the draftsmanship side, or the drawing, sketching side. Because once I have a good grasp of that, painting is not really that hard. And because I want to be able to, draw facial expressions, tell stories, and I want to be more creative with my compositions and my figures. And the painting side isn't really that difficult. I think I think I have way more experience with it. That's why. So I'm not really worried about it. As you can see, it's not really that bad. But I'm so reliant on the reference photo. Like I can't even be as creative with the proportions. And this happens when you're not that experienced, say, with drawing. You tend to be so tight with essentially copying the reference, which kind of sucks. But I think this is something that I need to do. I need to do more drawing, sketches, and stuff, just to be able to get used to that feeling of being able to play with my proportions more. So I'm going to have to do more of these to yeah. So that's it for this video. Bye.